Hey guys, this is Kittens, and this is Let's Play Ever 17. No, this is Let's Play 999. I want to start off by saying that I have played 999 several times, and I've actually beaten the game, all endings and It has been a while since I've played it, so I do apologize if I make any mistakes. First and foremost, always if you're playing on an emulator, have like a notepad open or something along those lines, because there are a lot of things you need to write down in the game. And I also do apologize for the recording if there's any like blue lines or white lines. Cam Studio does not like to record both screens at the same time unless you do the region recording, which it's kind of hard to be exact with. Boom! There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Exploding ship. Exploding ships. Just the way you open up a video game. It gets everybody's attention. I will also say if you're playing this on an emulator, you need to patch your game. I did a dump of mine. Well, not a dump of mine, but I know people have done dumps of their games and they can't play it. I do own this game, so I'm walking a gray area by playing this. What we freaking do. So, ow. One thing you're going to notice about the game right off the bat is like the internal dialogue and like the normal information is usually typed here on this screen. I'm not sure if Cam Studio is recording my mouse or not. I hope it is. If it's not, uh-oh. But the top screen pretty much is just your character dialogue. And the bottom screen is that dialogue. As I said, I highly recommend having a notepad open because there are puzzles in the game. This game also has extremely rich writing, as you're noticing here. I'm not going to read this. If you guys I'm going to try to take it slow enough so you guys can read. Obviously in cutscenes and stuff, I'm obviously going to either read it myself or I'm going to give ample time to read. But things like this that are just describing someone falling out of bed, I don't think people need to read that into that descriptive. I will say I love how the character is. He's like, ouch, god damn it, in one word. That's awesome. Like, ouch, god damn it. That's pretty much what he said. God, what the hell? That is not the way people say that. What the hell? Junpei glared around the room, still trying to determine where he'd waken up. Fall had shaken the last cobwebs of sleep from his mind, and finally he understood where he'd fallen from. Yeah, that would probably hurt. I want to have a few bruises from that. That's pretty much like a 20-foot drop, depending on the bump bed. By the looks of it, that's almost a 20-foot drop. No, not 20, maybe 15-foot drop. That's pretty high up, with three story bump beds. So. The game is not that long for a single playthrough. For a true ending playthrough, the game, I don't even want to give an hour amount because I really just want you guys to enjoy the game. So pretty much there is a tremor going on right now, and you can kind of tell that by the shaking top screen. Was it an earthquake, you wondered? It didn't seem likely. It was shaking far too quickly for an earthquake. Another thing you should know is people in Japan, this is where the game is based, earthquakes are quite frequent in Japan, unlike the United States. Well, they're frequent in the United States, but not in a lot of areas. Japan, they're extremely frequent, so a lot of people live through them. They deal with them, so they know how they feel. Junpei rubbed the growing bump on his head and gingerly climbed to his feet. His balance regained, he finally took the first good look around the room. And muttered to himself, "Where am I?" Pain monetarily forgotten in his face in the confusion of circumstances, Junpei looked around the room once again. Minutes passed while Junpei struggled to get his bearings. And then, as suddenly as it had begun, the tremor ceased. A cold silence fell over the room. I will say that a lot of the information in the game, especially dialogue between characters, is extremely important. This type of information really isn't. As long as you get the gist of the situation, you're pretty much good to go. But like in terms of like dialogue between characters, you really need to pay attention to that. So when characters are talking, I'll try not to like just speak over them. When this type of thing's happening, I will try my best to make it interesting for you all. And yes, there's a stove in the middle of a forgotten room. I will also say puzzles in this game can get absolutely ridiculous if you don't know what you're doing. To the point where like people would have to look up guides on them. There will probably be a time or two where I'm going to have to look up a guide. I'm not going to lie. The game, I mean, I like the idea of the puzzles, but like I feel some of them were absolutely ridiculous. Even the beginning puzzle, like I'm going to show you guys this in this episode. We're going to do the beginning puzzle, and I'm going to tell you, like, it's absolutely ridiculous the amount of thinking you have to do on a starting puzzle. I mean, I find it, like, it's pretty much what I'm saying, if you don't like it, get the hell out, The game is extremely fun, though, so I highly recommend sticking with it. And honestly speaking, this is a game that you might want to just watch an LP of, preferably my LP, because the game it warrants it. And there's a red 5 on the door. And the first thing you're going to notice, in a lot of games they do this nowadays, is they don't use quotations, they use this bracket. I believe this is another way of writing it, like saying, like, like everything else, then you're like kind of separating this from the rest of the sentence. But yeah, there's a number 5 on the door. I think he says written in red paint. It looks like blood to me. Because look at that, like it's just dripping. Maybe it's not, but what does this 5 mean? Suspicious and still utterly confused, Junpei approached the door slowly. Standing at last in front of the door, Junpei grabbed the L-shaped handle. A push yielded no movement, and a pull, same result. You're obviously locked in the room, dude. There's like a thing right here. The door is locked. There's blood on the goddamn door. Well, paint, whatever you want to call it. I'm pretty sure you're not getting out of this room. And let's see, there is a handle here. And the door is kept shut. Junpei knocked hard on the door. This game also does have a time limit of 9 hours, as you will suspect. I don't believe the time starts right here. I don't believe it's a strict time limit. It's been a while, as I've said, since I've played this game. I may be wrong. There might be a strict time limit. I've never really, I believe there are 5 endings to the game, which are all... I'm not going to lie to you, there's like 5 endings, and there's a particular order you can get them in to make the most sense out of the information you're given. I'm probably just going to go for one of the main endings, obviously not the true ending, but I'm going to go for one of the main endings, just so you guys can kind of get like an overall, hey, the story's kind of completed, but there's more to it type feel. He wasn't really sure what else to say. And on his left arm, yeah, there's a bracelet here. I mean, I would really love to know where this idea of like survival games came from, like in Japan and the United States. Like, it just seems like these type of survival horror games, like they've seen going rampant lately. So yeah, no. So pretty much it's like a watch, I guess. Has number 5 on it. That's the same as the door. Oh snaps! Scooby, we got a mystery on our hands. Strange and new when he wanted to off. Oh god. That's how everybody is. Like if something's new to them, they don't like dealing with. He just described the human. Oh shit. Yeah, buddy, that's not coming off. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, buddy. That is not coming off. And let's see. He pushed them, but nothing happened. So there's a bunch of buttons in the watch. I think he says there were a number of rivets around the rim. Okay, yeah, the rivets. I thought he said there was numbers around the watch. I'll say, what? Junpei was at a loss. What was he going to do? Growing more desperate, he began to tug at it. However, damn, oh, it's no good. Some interesting trivia about this game. This game actually inspired a manga called, was it Judge? I think it was Judge. It was either Judge or the sequel, or the pre. I'm not sure if Judge was the sequel or the prequel, but it was either Judge or the prequel to Judge. And pretty much it was a game that pretty much a bunch of people were in. They were pretty much locked together and they were getting killed off essentially. Both Judge and its prequel have the same setting, or Judge and its sequel or prequel. I don't even know what it is. but they have a pretty similar setting. This game actually inspired it. The mangaka, as it's called, or mangaka, whatever, gave credit to this game as giving an idea to the story. And also, you're going to notice a lot of the dialogue in this game, and I didn't notice this until after I looked it up with my Ever 17 LP. But a lot of the dialogue in this game is, well, not dialogue, the person that wrote this game is the same person that wrote Ever 17, or is one of the writers of Ever 17. So you're going to notice a lot of the dialogue, like the descriptive dialogue, is going to be similar to my Ever 17 LP. What can you do? So pretty much you're not getting that watch off, and I do apologize for kind of getting sidetracked, but like a lot of this descriptive stuff is just, this is the type of game that you kind of need to make light of certain things, because like it's very hard to sit here and play this game and read all this dialogue. If you want to read it while I'm talking, that's what I recommend, because you kind of get some humor and you get like information. I will say one thing, my one complaint with the game really is what it does right here, where it has two backgrounds that are the exact same. To me, that just, I don't want to call it laziness, but it's kind of obvious this game was not originally written for the DS. And you'll notice that a lot, like the button pushes and stuff, push this button here, X button, you know, that type of thing on the bottom of the screen. And so much happening, and none of it made sense. Junpei, whatever. Thought you were about to explode. Is that foreshadowing? And why the hell am I here? Why? Why? What the hell happened to me? And that's just creepy. Yeah, that was like Jigsaw. Holy shit. I do like it when they do this. If you have like the little ship, whatever. I like that kind of thing better than, you know, both backgrounds being the same. So, what? Wait, am I on a ship? Oh my god. Like, I would have noticed that, like, right off the bat, just by, like, the atmosphere, the temperature in the room, and, like, you know, like, kind of, like, that feeling. You know you're on a ship when you're on a ship. And, yeah, there's a little glass bubble thing. So, yeah, chances are you're on a ship. You know, now thinking about it, they showed an explosion of a ship at the beginning of the game, and you're on a ship. And fuck. Yeah, speaking of Ever 17 references, oh god. Yeah, like I didn't even notice that when I first played though. The crack split the glass of the window, and for a moment Junpei stared at it. Then the window burst and the water began to pour into the glass. Dude, if glass is splitting with water on the other side, you don't just stare at it. You run. Well, not if you really run anywhere. That was his reaction. What the hell? God damn it! Oh my god. That's exactly how I would react to that type of situation. I'd just like, God damn it! Yeah, dude, you're not getting out. At least not that way. Come on, you're there, say something! There was no reply. As Junpei screamed and pounded on the door, the water began to rise. It was now ankle deep in the floor and rising quickly toward his knees. Things were not looking good for Junpei, not good at all. He needed to find a way out, and quickly. Junpei ran a hand across his forehead, brushing the sweat out of his eye, and looked across the room. Persona! There we go. Seek a way out. So pretty much you need to get a way out of here. And first and foremost, though, I will say you do want to save the game after you get out of this part. Operations during an escape. During an escape, you can move your different parts of the room by touching the bottom screen. This works a lot better on an emulator, in my personal opinion. Since many areas require very exact selection, we recommend you use the stylus. Well, obviously. Selecting during an escape. During an escape, you can touch the background and search everywhere in the room. Areas you can investigate will be highlighted yellow the moment you touch them. Depending on the nature of the location you touch, you might find an item or a hint. Begin searching by touching places at the bottom screen. How to move. Touch the triangle icon. Don't worry about the icons. You just use the arrow keys, or your D-pad. They say you can use that little thing in case you want to be a lazy ass and play the game with one hand, essentially. And even then, you can probably just use the mouse pad or the D-pad better. You guys do the same thing, yeah, see. Bird's eye view gives you kind of like that map thing we saw earlier on. You just click the X, show you where you are and what direction you're facing. Saving during an escape. Press the start button will allow you to save. If you want to quit, we recommend pressing the start button. Purpose of this escape. The purpose of each escape is to get out of the room. How you do so depends on the room. You'll need to search all throughout the room to discover what you'll need to do to get out. Search for hints and items that may help you get out, way out. So yeah, I highly recommend saving the game, especially when you're on an emulator, because you might not have a patched version of the game, which means it's going to freeze you. And no, you do not want to quit. And I do not support piracy, but, you know, people do pirate, so whatever. So pretty much this is a very tricky, for an opening puzzle, this is semi-tricky. There's a lot of things you need to do. The first thing you need to do is you need to go over here. And there is a thing here and a thing here. So the first thing you want to pick up is you want to pick up this little notepad thing right here, about items. During an escape, investigating certain parts of the room will allow you to obtain items. Once you obtain an item, you'll be able to go to the item screen. Touching L, item, on the top left of you will take you to the item screen. While on the item screen, you'll be able to investigate, hold, and combine items you found. If you want to investigate an item that you found, touch the icon for the item in the item screen, and then touch search in the right upper hand corner of the bottom screen. This makes it so obvious. This was originally not designed for a DS. This was originally designed for the PC, the last I heard. And pretty much how this would normally work is that you'd have like a button that would say menu, you click menu, and you go like that, and you click search. The game has added the L and R things because it's a DS game. So you can click search on the item and it'll give you information about the item. This item has a red triangle, solid, open, and solid blue, and open blue. There's actually a reason for this, and this will be shown in the next 2 hints, I think it is. But yeah, you can move it around. I just kind of try to keep it level so like I'm actually able to read it. So yeah, we're just going to click back now. Investigating with an item. Touching an item while on the item screen will select that item. While an item is selected, touching L back returns you to the room investigation screen. If you look down at the bottom left corner of the room screen, right there, you'll see the item. And it shows you what item you're holding. If you hold an item while investigating the room, you may trigger a reaction, investigating suspicious areas with different items. See if anything happens. Press up on the control panel will select another item for you to hold. This room I don't think has any items like that. I think if you get the screwdriver before you get this, I think you can do that as well, but this is pretty much just a photo, and it's going to give you information. If you click search, little picture frame, there's a picture of a ship on it, and then on the back there's screws, so you need to keep that in mind. So there's screws in the back of that picture. That's all you can get here, so you want to go back. You can investigate this, it's just the water. I don't think you need to investigate that. Let's see here. Yeah, you want to go to this bed here. Or not. Okay, no, this bed here. And then you want to click the pillow, and you're going to get another one of these pictures. Yeah, see, this is the second one. And you keep them, but keep your eye. Oh god, I hate rotating on an emulator. Even on the DS itself, it's pretty much a pain in the ass. Okay, so what you want to do with this is you want to keep your eyes on the way that arrow is pointing. See, it goes from blue to red, and this one goes from red to blue. And there's a reason for that, and I'll explain it in a minute. But so yeah, we pretty much got the stuff on that bed. There's 1 or 2 things you can do here. You can go into here and you can trigger a cutscene. You can go into here, and I think that triggers another cutscene. But you do not want to do that, because that messes up the order of events in the game. So you want to go over here. The door to the stove. Well, it opens easily enough. Sure wish the door to get out of here was as easy to open. And you can investigate in here, and I believe you get, yep, screwdriver. Okay, now you can pretty much do the combined items. And the combined items, what you do is you got 2 items here. And what you do is you click the combine button, and you click the combine button, and then you combine. It's kind of like Resident Evil. And pretty much lets you use an item on another item. And then you get the picture frame, and you get this on the back of the picture. And keep in mind, this is the first puzzle of the game, and this is upside down. God damn it! This is one reason why I hate playing this on an emulator. I hate these controls, period. But like, okay, there we go. That's good enough. And I like how the game does save where you left it, so you don't have to keep doing that. So yeah, I mean that's a code. And pretty much, I'll explain the code in a minute. But click back, and it's gonna give you an explanation on combining items. If you take 2 items that you found and combine them, they may turn into something else. To do this, select an item on the item screen and touch X combine on the top part of the bottom screen. Then select the second item and touch the combining. If the two items can be combined, you will receive a new item. If they cannot be combined, nothing will happen. Okay, now there's an item in here. Well, let's see if there's anything in here. Let's look here. There's a key. Key, yeah, there's a little blue key in the bottom of the pot. Okay, so I think we got everything we need to get right now. Besides, the two events. So you got this briefcase here, and first and foremost, before you do this, go to your item screen and you want to decipher these two codes. And pretty much how you do this is you match up these little icons right here with the icons in the back of this picture, and it'll give you a number. You get 4 digits out of this number, and you need to keep in mind you go blue, blue, and then you go blue, blue. Then you go red, red, and then you go red, red. And this one, the blue one will unlock the blue one, or the blue one's for the blue one, the red one's for the red one. I already have these codes deciphered, but I'm going to do it on screen just so you guys understand how to do it. So, for the first blue, it's a solid square. So for a solid square, you get the number 0. Simple enough. You got a white left-hand corner piece. Open. So you go over here, and that's 2. So you write that down. This is why I said have a notepad open so you can write these down. I have all of them written down that I've done, because I find it's a pain in the ass, to have to keep doing deciphering, but I will probably do all the deciphering on screen. I just like having the answer just in case. So, for the next blue one, you got a solid left-hand corner piece. So solid left, which is 6. An open right-hand corner piece, which is 3. So 0, 2, 6, 3, if my math is correct on that. Okay, now you do the red. The red, solid upper left, which is 7. Open bottom right, which is 4. Solid upper right, which is 8. Open square, which is 5. So the numbers are 0, 2, 6, 3 for blue, and 7, 4, 8, 5 for red. Simple enough. So just remember those numbers. Now, you're going to go to this and you're going to try opening this. Now, I kind of spoiled this a little bit, but I spoiled it by all 2 seconds. See, I find this kind of ironic because if you look at these numbers, this is the binary code for the number 5. 0. There's a 0 in this place, so that value is 0. There's a 1 in this place, so this value is 4. There's a 0 in this place, so this value is 0. And there's a 1 in this place, so this value is 1. In case you guys don't know about binary code is if there's a 1 here, this value is 1. If there's a 1 here, this value is 2. If there's a 1 here, this value is 4. And there's a 1 here, this value is 8. This is binary, and yeah, so pretty much you add them all together. So you got 0 plus 4 plus 0 plus 1, which is 5. I find that kind of funny. I think it was like a little cheap little thing they did. So you can choose your item, and I'm going to select the small blue key, and we're going to put it in here. Alright, let's see what happens if I put the blue key in this keyhole, and nothing. So I'm also going to use some kind of code for the dial. Minigames. During an escape, your investigation may trigger one of several minigames. All operations for the minigames are done by touching the bottom screen. Some minigames will require you to manipulate something, while others will only require you to apply the right object or touch the right thing. Operation instructions. Touching the dial will cause it to move to the next number. Enter 4 numbers this way and then touch the key. If the numbers are correct, it will unlock. So since we did blue, the blue number is 0, 2, 6, and 3. And it will open, and yep, there we go. The common mistake with that part of the puzzle is to basically do like one sheet of paper, or not get the second sheet of paper or whatever, and they'll just decipher that all, but they don't think there's a red case because it doesn't show you a red briefcase or a red item or anything. Nothing red. So yeah, you can open up the case and you get, it looks like another red case, but it's not. Don't worry. Yes, it opened. Look like there's something in here. What is this? File? File screen. If you select any documents or notes during an escape, the information on them will be available from the file screen. To open the file screen, touch R or File in the top right of the bottom screen. Once in the file screen, select files by touching them or by pressing the control pad. If you touch Search, the contents of the file you select will be displayed on the upper screen. Digital root. Now, let me explain to you, this game does require you to know a little bit of math, which I think is completely under BS, but this game does require you to know a little bit of math. I'm only kidding about the BS part, but compute a digital root the following steps. First, add all the numbers in a question to one another. If you end up with something greater than a single-digit number, add those digits to one another. For instance, if you have a double-digit number, add the number in the tens place to the number in the ones place. Keep adding digits in this manner until you have a single-digit answer. That final single digit is your digital root. Example, the digital root of 6, 7, 8 would be 6 plus 7 plus 8, which equals 21. Then you convert that to 2 plus 1, which equals 3. Therefore, the digital root of 6, 7, 8 is 3. The digital root of 1, 2, 3, 4 would be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, which is 10. Then that would be 1 plus 0, which is 1. Therefore, the digital root of 1, 2, 3, 4 is 1. I see. So I just keep adding numbers until I get a single-digit number. Oh, looks like there's something on the back of this thing. A notebook, a pen, a calculator, and a stack of key cards, huh? So we got some key cards, and you can search them, and it looks like some key cards. There's a number written on each card. 6, 7, 8. Does that mean something? New material has been added to the file screen. Calculator. The calculator screen can be used during an escape or during a novel sequence. During an escape, you can press the Y button to open the calculator screen. To operate the calculator, touch the bottom screen. When using the calculator, the numbers on the top are your calculations and the number on your bottom are your answer. The calculator can also calculate a digital root, which is important to the progression of the story. I think we've searched everything that you can search here. So you can open this door, and you get a red key. Yay for a red key. Junpei grabbed the key and shoved it in his pocket. He intended to leave immediately, but something stopped him. His reflection stared back at him from the mirror, but he scarcely recognized himself. What's up with my face? His confusion was well justified. His face was drawn and pale, and the dark circles under his eyes made him look as though he was nearly dead. Man, what the hell happened to me? How did it end up here? Even as he said it, something in his mind opened and a memory bopped to the surface. It was the last thing Junpei remembered before waking up in the strange room. It was past midnight when he came home. Junpei shuffled up the stairs and opened the door to his apartment, 201. Inside was his apartment, a small, one-bedroom affair that ran him about $630 a month, which, you know, isn't that bad if you think about it. For a single bedroom, depending on where he's living, if that's utilities and stuff, that's not bad. He's been living there for almost 4 years, 3 years, 7 months. He stepped inside and turned on the lights. The fluorescent lights on the ceiling blinked and flicked slowly to life as if waking from a deep slumber. The cold light illuminated the landscape he'd come home to so many times before. Everything was as if he left it. The magazines piled up in the corner, textbooks collecting dust, CD cases covering the floor. The jeans and t-shirt he'd worn the day before, then tossed onto the floor. There was one thing that didn't belong, however. There was a breeze. Breaths of cold night air wafted into his apartment, carrying the smells of autumn with them. The white curtain framing his window swayed gently in the wind. Huh? That's weird. Did I leave that open? Junpei walked towards the window, trying to remember if he closed it or not. One of the panes was hanging open. He stuck his head out and looked around. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. Junpei shrugged. He must have just left it open earlier. He closed the window. Then it happened. That is where you shit bricks. Oh my god. Dude, like, I would be on, like, shit bricks there. Like, if I saw somebody like that in my apartment by myself, I'd just be like, just kill me. Like, you ain't getting out of that. I was about to say, he made himself faint, but nah. Got some white smoke going on here. You could feel his mind begin to fade as well. A white haze that was not the smoke creeping into the edge of his vision. Consider this a privilege. You have been chosen. A rasping voice mourned its way out of the gas mask. It was cold and harsh and distorted in some way. Junpei couldn't put his finger on it. You are going to participate in a game, the nonary game. It is a game where you'll put your life on the line. That was the last thing Junpei remembered. The white smoke overpowered him, the masked man faded from his vision and felt his consciousness fall away into the white mist. I swear, like, every time I see this scene, I always think there's somebody standing there. Like, the way that's lit just seems like someone's behind him or something. That son of a bitch must have taken me here. I have no comment on this scene. I will say they're trying to throw people by, like, it's kind of like reverse psychology with the whole man-woman thing. They're trying to get people to think it might be a woman, but then they're thinking, oh, they might think it might be a trick, it might be it's a man. I know what and who did this. I'm just gonna say I have no comment on that because it could. It's essentially them attempting reverse psychology. Who was the man in the mask? You have been chosen. Junpei remember that much, but was it what it might mean? That was beyond him. Junpei had no idea where he was or why he was there. There's only one thing for his memory. And I apologize for the yawning. We all know I yawn. You're going to participate in a game.
Hello, Jacob. Do you want to play a game? The name of the game is Saw Your Foot Off. Because we're going to get sued for copyright infringements.
Nah, this game, when I first played it, like, the reason I bought this game was because everyone was like, oh, you like Saw, right? I'm like, yeah. I said, you love this game? I'm like, okay. That's pretty much what I said when I first bought this game. They're like, you like Saw? Yeah, okay. What the hell is a nonary game? God damn it! When we yelled, Junpei drove his fist into the mirror. Okay, you can go back now since there's nothing in that room. And there is one more place, and everyone overlooks this one. It's right here. So yeah, you click this door here, and you got a briefcase. And just remember the red code that you had. Okay, so this is also the binary number for 5, and you put the red key in there. So it looks like I'm gonna have to put in the right number and then turn the key. I do that, and this thing should pop right open. Let's give it a shot. Operation instructions. Remember, we wrote down the digits for this one, and the digits are 7, 4, 8, and 5. Oops, and 5. And you pretty much, I recommend just writing down everything in this game because, like, if you don't, you're gonna lose information, and you're gonna have to, go look up information online. Or re-figure out information, which is not something you want to do. So unlocked, and it's opening, and you got more key cards. Yay for more key cards. And let's see, you go back. I believe we searched everything in the room, so you're going to want to go back to the door. Let's search this just so we can. So you go back to the door and you go to this and you click this. These cards with numbers on them. Pretty sure this is where I'm supposed to use them. Alright, let's play this card in and see if it works. And... nope. It's not working. Why? Damn it. No, no, no. That's right. I still have cards I haven't used. Shoot, I can't get this to do anything with just the red cards. I think I'm going to need some other colors or I'm going to... see, pretty much you just switch the... there we go. So use the blue cards. Damn it, not again. There aren't any more cards in here. I've only one other hint. Of course, the files. The files said something about a digital root. A digital root, huh? What am I supposed to do with the 5 on that door? Do I have to get a digital root of 5? I'm not really sure about this. Oh, whatever, it's worth a shot. Let's see if this works. I'll just slide the cards that give me the digital root of 5 to the reader. Operating instructions. Touch 3 cards to select them. God damn it, 3. If it was 2, it'd just be 3 plus 2. But they gotta make it 3, so this is gonna be a match. I'm only kidding, I know the answer, but I'm gonna go over how you get the answer. The digital root of the selected cards will be displayed in the top screen. Touching the reset will deselect all the current selected cards after you've selected 3 cards, touch the device. Okay, so pretty much how you do this is you add, you want your final answer to be 1 plus 4 or 3 plus 2. And how you do this is you say, okay, what's 8? We'll start with 8, 1, and 2. 8 plus 1 is 9, 9 plus 2 is 11. 11 is 1 plus 1, so that doesn't work. 8 plus 2, oops. You can also just do it by inputting numbers in there, like you can just go 8, 1, 2, that doesn't work. So you can go 8, 1, 3, that doesn't work. You can go 8, 2, 3, that doesn't work. So you go 7, 1, 2, that doesn't work. You go 7, 2, 3, that doesn't work. And you go 7, 3, 1, that doesn't work. And 6 won't work either, because if you notice the pattern, 3, 2 puts you at 4, puts you at 3. And that'll put you at 2 if you do that combination. So pretty much, you gotta try, let's try 8, 7, and 3. That's 9, that won't work. And none of the combinations work, but that'll be 9, 8, 7. So now you want to do 7, 3, and 2, which is 3, which means none of these will work, but 7, 3, and 1 will be less. So now let's try 7. Oh no, sorry. Try 8, 6, and 3, which is 8. That doesn't work. 8, 6, and 1. That doesn't work. So you're probably going to go 6. Because 7, 6, and 1 would be that. So that's correct. Because you pretty much if it's 1 last, you just subtract 1 number. So you go 8, 7, 2, that gives you 6. You go 8. You just go 8, 7, 1. That type of thing. So there we go. And that is the answer to the equation. Huh? Did I just unlock it? Well, that light was red, now it's blue. No doubt about it. There's nothing keeping me in here now. Time to go. So we're going to leave the room, and yeah, pretty much this is how you do puzzle number 1. You found it. Alright guys, we're going to call this an episode. We'll pick up here in the next episode, which we will be doing the next door. So this is Kitten signing off, and I'll see you all next time. Later, people.